Dear students, I hope you all are doing very well in this period, utilizing your time to the optimum. I'm here with your new poetry, Amanda by Robin Glenn. You all will love this poetry as it is about you, the teenagers. You will correlate and identify yourself with the character Amanda. It also raises certain questions. Do you listen to your parents when they advise you? How you react? Do you ignore them? Or you get irritated by their talks? I personally feel it is not the problem of the teenager. It is 100% the problem of the age. You're biologically, psychologically, emotionally developing, and that create chaos. Let's read few quotations. I'm going to share with you. Being a teenager is chaotic because you are kind of coming into your own, but you are not an adult. You are fighting with your parents over responsibilities and freedom. There's a constant tug of war between responsibilities and freedom. There's tussle between responsibilities and freedom. Your parents wishes to impose or shoulder some responsibilities, and you want to lead a carefree life full of freedom. How you define a teenager? A teenager is a noun when you are too young for half of the things you want to do and too old to do the other half. Now, this is for the parents. Lot of parents will do anything for their kid except let them be themselves. This is a pathetic condition. Your kids require you most of all to love them for who they are, not to spend your whole time trying to correct them. Amanda is such a character who is suffering with these problems. The poem pinpoints the problem faced by her and children like her during the growing up years. What difficulties occur in their bringing up? Amanda's parents prepare her to be acceptable in the society, but by restricting her. They do not feel that doing so, they are curtailing her freedom. Continuous nagging, taunting, fault finding makes her moody. Obviously, the result do not come out as desired. The moral of the poem is loud, lucid, and clear that children should be free, not to control them, rather, establish a connection of affection with them. There should be a mutual understanding between you and your children and the parents. It starts with the imperative sentences. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching. Slouching is this kind of position. Sit up straight, Amanda. Not arch back or hunch back. Good posture to be maintained. Amanda is instructed not to bite nails, sit lazily, or bend your shoulder. This is bad norm, lacks proper etiquettes. No doubt Amanda is being trained in social and personal etiquettes. But the manner is very highly demeaning, derogatory, and insulting. And therefore, she escapes into imaginative world. Listening to all this, she drifts into and moves into her own world of imagination. And this world is, there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me. She wants to be isolated. And what she wants to become? A mermaid drifting blissfully. Now, who is a mermaid? Mermaid is a fictional character, half fish and half girl. Now, she is a highly sensitive girl and greatly troubled by the taunts of her parents. She escapes into her own world like a mermaid, living her joyful, sailing freely in the waters, blissful state. As mermaid symbolizes freedom and wonder. But again, next stanza, again she moves into her real world or actual world or physical world. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? Untidy room. Bless this mess. I thought I told to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now, Amanda's parents ask her several things, like to finish her homework, tidy her room, instruct to clean her shoes. She's tired of these humiliating tone. It implies that Amanda does not care for these instructions. She feels disgusted with the nagging attitude of her parents and she becomes stubborn, obstinate. No? And again, she wishes to be in the dreamland where she is. I'm an orphan. Orphan, R is not pronounced in British pronunciation. Roaming in the street. She withdraws into her imaginative world again, reacting to the harsh words. The first line, no, I'm an orphan, expresses the Amanda's helplessness and awful depression to what extent that she want to be without parents. She is greatly dejected and disappointed due to irrational instruction of her parents. Continuous questions simply troubles her emotionally. She wants to be free, shoeless, without shoes, bare feet, as she creates a pattern of the soft dust with her bare feet hushed, silently embarks the marks on the soil. Walking quietly in a quiet manner, she cherishes love, the silence and freedom. Freedom just becomes her because freedom from her parents yelling and crude commands. The cold commands, a pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. She wants to walk on softly away from the world of parents, bare feet, hushed, quiet. Hush means quietly, towards loneliness. The silence is golden, she says. The freedom is sweet. Now, what is again instructed? Again, cold command continues. She is asked not to eat chocolates. She will develop pimples or acne on her face. It implies the care and attention towards external appearance and its values. But the value of appearance in the society gains more significance than natural growth of a child. Pimples are something which is very natural to any teenager. Again, she is asked, will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? She again drifts into a world of imagination, and this time she wants to be Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a German fairy tale character who was made to live in a high tower. She imagines being with the long golden hair of Rapunzel, who lived in a high tower and thinks that place is full of peace and contentment. And she wants to live alone on a tall tower. And she wants tranquility of there, peace there. I have not a care. Life is a tower, is tranquil and rare, whereas uncommon. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. In the fairy tale, what happens? Rapunzel, puts down her long tail, or hair, long plait, and from with the help of that, somebody comes up to rescue her. And she said, "I will not put my hair down, and I will remain there in the high tower alone." And she's enjoying the tranquility there, the peace there. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Now, sulking is, you know what you mean by sulking? Sulking is something when you are bad tempered. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Now the people are more worried about the impression in the society. They're worried about how the society will perceive them through Amanda's remaining in foul mood. They're concerned with establishing a fair balance between what Amanda wants and what society expects of Amanda. Such situation harms the natural growth of any child, any teenager. This is what in the poetry, this is the last line of the poetry, and how she's been constantly nagged. And on the lighter mode, I'll share some quotations on the other side of the story. Parenting is a lot like talking to automated phone attendant. You're hopeful at first, but then just end up repeating yourself and yelling. On the other side of the situation, the teenagers too are no less. On a lighter note, this is from the mother's side. This is not exaggeration or talking big, not to brag. Brag is talking big. But who is I? Mother can make my kid angry just by saying good morning. This is the mood of every teenager. They feel bad for anything. Telling a teenager the fact of life is like giving a fish a bath. Now, this is what the reality is, because what to tell a teenager, because they know everything. What to tell them? I have no need of Google. I have a teenager that know it all. Everything concludes as a teenager says, "You don't understand me. I am a teenager. I have got problems." The fault is not of teenagers, but it is a fault of age. Like, this problem will resolve as you all will cross this stage of life. Like snow and adolescence are the only problem that disappears if we ignore them long enough. Now, on the very laughing note, just to make you laugh, there is a lady, she comes to the library and finding and searching for a book. I can't